Imagine you are 17 years old and you move into a huge mansion where anything is possible. You then meet a handsome, strong, and charming stepbrother, ready to do whatever it takes for you. At first glance, he seems not so obedient, which drives our heroine crazy. But how did we get here? The movie begins with a 17-year-old girl named Noah packing her things to move to another city. She puts a photo of her father in her suitcase. When she arrives in the new city, Noah gradually gets used to the amazing views of the sea, the beach, the trees, and the beautiful nature. She quietly reads a book in the car with her mother, Emma. Her mother tries to talk to her, but she keeps reading. Emma says she met her new husband and decided to start a new life. She explains to her daughter that, since she is not yet 18, she must settle into their new home. The girl discovers that her stepfather is very wealthy when they arrive at the luxurious mansion. They are welcomed by Will, Emma's husband, and the household staff. The girl expresses her dissatisfaction with the move and begins unloading her things from the car. After meeting her stepfather, they enter the house, and the girl realizes how rich the family is. Nothing in the house really interests her, whether it's the pool, the spa, or the new car. She only asks if they have a library. After Emma shows her the new room, she starts unpacking. It turns out that her stepbrother Nicholas's room is right next door. The girl fully realizes that this is her new home. Later, she sees her stepbrother Nicholas when she goes out onto the terrace. He notices her as well. She tells her friend on the phone that, despite the wealth of her new family, she feels more comfortable in her own town. While walking around the house, Noah looks for a snack in the fridge, but when she closes it, she is startled to see her stepbrother Nicholas, who is very handsome. Since she didn't hang up, her friend hears everything. While picking up her phone from the floor, she is scared by Nicholas's large dog. She begins to panic and defend herself, but Nicholas advises her not to anger the dog, as it could be aggressive. In her room, she discovers that her friend is still listening carefully. Noah tells her that Nicholas is very attractive and that she likes him. The whole family gathers for dinner, and Noah wears an unusual dress. Her bold choices please Nick. She sends a message to Dan telling him she misses him and asking him to call her back, but he says he's busy. Noah sees Nick overtake them in his car and throw a cigarette out the window. At the restaurant, Noah notices the waitress flirting with Nicholas. She also realizes that her parents don't know he smokes, so she decides to keep the secret. Her stepbrother decides to join his friends, but she also says she wants to go home. Will asks his son to take her back. On the way, they argue, and Nick drops her off in the middle of nowhere. Her phone is off and she cannot call a taxi. She tries to stop a car unsuccessfully. Finally, a young man named Mario stops. He knows Nick and is going to the same party. On the way, Mario tells her that the party is for a dangerous guy named Ronnie, recently released from prison. She realizes that Nick's parents don't really know their son. Nick enjoys himself at the party. Seeing him, Noah slaps him for leaving her on the road. He tries to reassure her, talks about a tattoo near his ear, and then tells her not to meddle and not to talk about the party at home. Yenna, Nick's friend, approaches Noah and they talk. Noah shows her photos of her ex-boyfriend with her best friend and wants revenge. Yenna advises her to kiss the most handsome guy at the party. Lion approaches and kisses Yenna. Ronnie notices Noah and wants to meet her. He sends someone to get her drunk, but Nick quickly intervenes and brings her home. He tells her that she has been drugged and takes her back home against her will. In the car, she acts strangely. At home, he puts her to bed. In the morning, Nick and Noah talk about what happened the previous night. Nick reassures her that nothing happened and that he just put her to bed. When their parents arrive, they hesitate to tell them what happened the night before. At the beach, an unknown number calls her, but she doesn't answer. Nick and his friends come to surf. He teases her, which makes her uncomfortable. Then Noah starts watching Nick as he puts on his wetsuit. Yenna notices that Noah is looking at her brother in a completely different way. Later, Nick participates in a car race. It's for him before the start of the race and encourages him. Nick is very confident, but when he sees Noah with Yenna, he gets distracted because she is very attractive. He speeds up and quickly catches up with his rival, but he is distracted again when he sees Mario playing with her. He falls slightly behind, but regains his composure and finishes first. Meanwhile, when Noah receives a text from her best friend about her ex-boyfriend, she decides to get revenge on him. While everyone is partying, Nick keeps his eyes on his sister as she drinks and dances. She receives another message from her ex, becomes jealous, and randomly kisses a guy. Nick, observing the situation, approaches and chases the young man away. He offers Noah a kiss to make her ex-boyfriend Danny jealous, but on the condition that she goes home immediately. He moves closer and kisses her vigorously, yet passionately. Afterwards, Noah gets into one of the cars. After sending the photo to Dan, she breaks up with him for good and decides to take the car for a spin. But at that moment, Runette arrives at the starting line and tells her that her team wins automatically if she refuses to race. Nick, who was in another car with his girlfriend, rushes to swap places with Noah, but it's too late. Nick's friends are unhappy and wonder why he isn't in the car. The race begins, and both are driving at the same pace, but in one turn, the girl takes the lead, and in the next, she falls behind. However, she quickly catches up and overtakes him completely. Rhett starts bumping her car from behind, but despite that, Noah finishes first. However, it turns out she broke the rules, and Nick had to pay for the car. Nick leaves with his sister, but when Rhett starts speaking badly about her, Nick fights him. A fight then breaks out between the two gangs. A few days later, the family is getting ready to go to a party, but Nick isn't there because he's busy. In the evening, the family returns home, and a little later, Nick arrives and sees Noah lying on the couch. He sits with her and things take a different turn. Nick watches Noah washing his car in the morning, not forbidding her to come, but also not explicitly allowing her to stay. Noah shows herself off and gets wet, making her clothes see-through. Noah's mother comes in with Dan, her ex-boyfriend. Noah knows he is cheating on her with his friend. Nick keeps an eye on the situation. Later, Noah approaches Nick and talks to him about a problem. However, Dan arrives, and Noah pushes Nick into the pool so Dan doesn't recognize him. She then goes to Nick, who pulls her into the water. Noah moves away from him, but he chases her. When he catches her, he kisses her and caresses her deeply, which the girl clearly enjoys. Later, Runette and his gang run into Nick on the road, alone, and beat him up. When he gets home, he finds Noah lying near the pool. She wakes up and hits him when he touches her, then apologizes and notices his injuries. Noah undresses him to clean his wounds and kisses him. Although they realize their actions are unhealthy, they continue, only to be interrupted by Dan. During a race, Nick tells Noah that he is falling more and more in love with her. Then they engage in some action, and when their friends arrive, they stop. They later go to the fight club. Noah tries to stop Nick from fighting, but he declares that he loves the sport. After winning the fight, Nick looks for Noah but sees Mario kissing her. He pushes Mario to the ground. Noah admits that she is scared of him and says he should stop what they are doing. While working at a cafe, she receives a threatening letter and becomes very frightened. On the other side, Will tells Nick the story of Noah's father. He explains that he used to beat Noah a lot when she was a child and that he was released from prison a few weeks ago. The parents ask Tank to support his sister and be there for her. Noah still doesn't know that her father is out of prison, and they ask Nick not to tell her. Noah and her friend go to a party in the evening. A little later, she leaves the party because she doesn't feel well. Nick accompanies her home. When they arrive, she tells him that she's scared and asks him to stay with her. The next morning, they wake up in the same bed and are surprised by her father. He reports that Nick's sister, Maggie, is in the hospital. The doctor examines both girls, Maggie and Noah, and informs them that everything is fine and they just need rest. On the way back, Nick stops and confesses his love for her. He then heads to the beach and does whatever he wants with her consent, of course. They are happy to be together. Nick proposes that they run away. They then stop at a gas station. Nick goes inside to shop while Noah waits in the car. However, Rhett kidnaps her. After checking the surveillance cameras, the detective discovers everything and begins the search. In the next scene, Noah wakes up handcuffed. She sees her father, Anos, whom she is terribly afraid of. He admits that he was the one who sent all the threatening letters. He calls Emma and declares that he will take revenge for his past and demands a ransom of $1 million. In the following scene, Anos scolds Rennie over a misunderstanding. Then the police manage to track the car that Nick had lost when Noah had raced against Roni. Although she had won, Anos realizes he's been found and tries to escape. He forces his daughter to drive. Nick and the detective pursue them. When she reaches the edge of the dock, she turns around, but Nick blocks her path. They collide, and in the process, the detective manages to neutralize Anos and end the chase. Rennie is then found by the police. Noah and Nick are safe and continue to live their story in secret. Thanks for watching this video all the way through. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the upcoming adventures.